Right, so hi everybody. I'm Stacey from the Business Success Network and magazine. And as Katie just said, there is no doubt that I'm going to talk about Business Success Awards because they took place on Saturday. Now, when Chris said to me last week, "Oh, do you want to give it 2 weeks because you might still be, you know, uh, pondering over it all?" And I said, "No, we'll do it straight off the bounce because it'll be, we're still buzzing and all that." Actually, I haven't had the professional photos back yet because it was only Saturday. So these are the ones that I've managed to get together so far. And I just thought we would do a whistle stop tour of the kind of things you can expect from one of our business awards, because what we get told quite a lot is that we're not your average sit down, stuffy, black tie. Oh, yes, very good. And you heard from Sam earlier, his table were quite rowdy, but there were some other tables trying to compete as well, but not all, not, completely. So we start the day with a champagne reception. Everybody gets there, they're in a separate room. You have people like Paul Newton, who is our resident magician and mind reader and likes to annoy people with that. This year we had a photo booth. So this is my husband with not the guitar he played on stage with, and Darren, who runs the photo booth. Darren was actually one of our winners and gave me my least Freddie moment ever. He said to me a couple of days ago, as we were talking about music, he said, "Oh, if I win, can I have You'll Never Walk Alone?" And I genuinely said, "No, I'm a Man United fan. That will never happen on my stage." And the day of the awards, Jamie said to me, "Don't be mean. It's his." And now Jamie's a diehard Man United fan and will not even listen to that track. So for Jamie to say it, I was like, "Oh, fine, go on then." Yeah. And then as I was stood on the stage, I realized I'd sponsored that category. So I just thought when I agreed to the music that could have my head in the desk or under the table or in a goodie bag. And as I opened the envelope, I realized I'd completely mugged myself off. So I had to stand on a stage and smile while the winner walked up to You'll Never Walk Alone. So I'm sorry if you're a Liverpool fan, but yuck. So that was my least Freddie moment, as we were talking about Freddie Mercury moments there. So these two, they're lovely, but they are part of our reception. We also had the guy on stilts. If anybody is a Britain's Got Talent fan, we had the hoop guy there. He was serving the champagne on stilts and doing a bit of juggling and stuff. As you can see, there's always something sparkly. And I love this photo in the middle because this is Nikki. And Nikki runs a company called Dandy Development locally. And I've networked with Nikki for about 12 years. And this was the first time she came to these awards that I've done. And just look at her smiley face. So that was our reception. You can see it gets quite busy, lots of businesses networking and generally having a lovely time. Then there's this rabble. You walk into the main room and who do you bump into? But a lot of not just 1Ners, there was a lot in the room. I think we had 4 tables in the end of 1Ners. But these cheerful faces were there to meet and greet us as well. Now, I know some of you have seen the LinkedIn post, and I haven't, unfortunately, got the photos yet. So there is Matt and Jamie either side of Katie in her sparkly dress. But as we've said, Katie stood in with about 24 hours to go. And what we always do is we try to go bigger and better with the introductions. So they're out having a champagne reception. We'll do a big room reveal, and then they'll take their seats and something happens. Last year we had Jamie playing the MC, and he taught him some rock song from Rammstein, and I didn't know how we were going to top that. This year we had a dance troupe, and we were going to do a Freddie Mercury live at Wembley moment, which was all Matt Richardson's idea. So what Matt has done is he's networked with me for a number of years now, and he kind of jumped in my inbox and said, let's do something. I want to be part of this. Katie didn't. I was complete reversal. I jumped into Katie's inbox and said, I need you. So yeah, once you network and you get to know people, and actually the reason I said to Katie about singing there was a fly conversation somewhere, possibly in here, about Katie belting out a tune at some point. I can't even remember what it was, but there was a conversation, so I knew she'd be able to do it, because none of you lot knew she was going to do it. And when she got up out of her seat, even her own husband didn't know she was going to do it. So the shock on his face was hilarious. And that's what we're about. We're about giving moments. I always get up and do a bit of an intro. Every year I try and make it a bit motivating, a bit inspiring. This year was really tough because it has been a really tough year for me, for those of you that know. So this was the slide that went with that. It was all about family. It was all about friends being in the room. It was all about those moments. The theme for the awards this year was that, you know, what is your Freddie moment? When Freddie had that "We Will Rock You" moment at Live Aid, you know, that was a massive moment for him. And it was all about those moments. So yes, this is my why, if you like. Um, we always we're always open to people doing things. Now, our sponsor put teddy bears on the table. They ran a competition. You could win a laptop. That's how amazing our awards are. For the best photo with their bears. Jen was very creative in where she kept hers for the night. Sylvia made sure hers could see. There was lots of socials going around, and it was a great way for them to get really visible. As I said, I always do a tour, a little bit of a talk. I don't rabble on or anything like that, but I like to introduce the night, like to introduce the theme for the evening and just kind of set the tone. But we do have an MC that, you know, so I don't have to waffle on all night. Of course, we have our winners. So this is Isaac, and the reason I chose this photo is because Isaac is a 1N member. He's 12 and he won Rising Star, and he was up against some really tough competition. But Isaac has created 5 food banks in Redditch in between the ages of 9 when he started and 12, which I think is incredible. So he was bouncing around, and I think he's like actually Matt's new best friend. So Matt had to kind of yes, it was brilliant to see all that going on. These are the moments that we like to create. This was not them winning an award, as you might think. This is Anna, one of our judges and sponsors, with her 16-year-old son. She wanted to bring him along to inspire him, to get him around good people. Very similarly, I took my 16-year-old as well, who was helping out on the night and stuff. But this just shows you, look how many people are on their feet. They've got their arms in the air. You know, they are really happy and engaged and just feeling really motivated. Unfortunately, Anna, by the end of the night, not so much. She did say she wanted to punch me. Here is us at the end of the night celebrating, getting ready to take one on the chin. Love this picture of Anna. She probably does want to kill me. I didn't make her sick this year, though. So Anna is our events spreadsheet. When I say spreadsheet, I mean like 800 lines, 12 tabs. It's like a work of art if you like spreadsheets. If you're like me, I don't go near it because I'm scared to break it. Here's the bar afterwards. This is where networking really, really can happen. Everybody's gone home. The people that are staying get to sit and chill and talk in the bar. These 4 ladies, for those of you that know 4N, when COVID hit, we had about 48 hours to take the whole network from offline to online. This was the power team that did it. And I'm really proud of everything we did. So it was lovely. That was the first time we were back in the room together, all of us, was Saturday night. So we got to sit, we got to chill, we got to, you know, decide what next events we're going to do. And just, it was lovely to have. And then Matt talks about assets in his 60 seconds. And look, you will see last night while Jude Bellingham saved us from an absolute carnage car crash, one of our sponsors was flapping her 1N merch at the telly. You will see there that Rob Spence this morning has posted his award talking about a winner. And he's got his, you know, his office in the background. You'll see somebody else has put up a montage of pictures. I'll put Keith Blakemore Noble in there because he deserves a shout because he came all the way from Scotland. And you'll see that people were taking photos and my banners are all over the shops on socials this morning. So when Matt and Katie in their 60 seconds were talking about merch, it's massively key to keep those assets. You know, awards are brilliant, they're fun, they're great, but you use them to get your marketing assets, is what I'm going to say. Katie's put a post up this morning about being on stage. It has nothing to do with copywriting, but everything to do with her visibility, and then people see what she's doing, and that's how it can go from there. And that is it. That is literally a whistle-top tour of what happened on Saturday night and the kind of things you can expect. Every year people say, what are you going to do next? How's it going to be bigger and better? Every year I don't think we can top it. And I'm really pleased that I think every year so far we have. Sylvia's in the room 3 years in a row, so she'll say yes or no to that. Thank you. Any questions?
Tell us about the date next year, Stacey, and the venue.
So the date next year is the 28th of June. It's at Aston Villa Football Club. We are going bigger and better. Sam's rolling his eyes at me, but it's honestly, they're gorgeous conference facilities. We've got an actual red carpet. So Sam, you can like power walk up the red carpet. You can drag your cheesy chips up later. It'll be fine.
Oh God, don't tempt me.
Yeah, no, we have got. We wanted to do it at Villa Park this year, but we'd already committed to that venue. We've been at that venue for 3 years now. We decided we wanted to change it up to make it bigger. You can already, because people were asking me, you can do a deposit on a table of 10 for just £99 for that. So you can come on, Sam. You know you want your whole team having a table there. He's like, yeah, and we've done that because we don't normally release anything till the 1st of January. But I had 3 people in the bar after the awards Saturday night fighting over headline sponsorships. So it was a good night. People, yeah, I'm not even joking when I say they were sponsored. Somebody told me they actually want, I'm not going to say because we're filming actually, but yes, we had people fighting nicely over sponsorships. So we will get that information out to anyone that wants it. So if you want to be on a priority list, give me a shout. I'll get it emailed this week.